everybody, it's Bobby of Knitters Kniche. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to Knitters Kniche. I'm still down here in Naples, Florida. Today is January 18th, 2024. How is everybody doing? Hope your winter is going well. You know, we've got a couple more months to get through and then we'll be on to spring. So we're going to talk about something warm and cozy today. We're going to talk about knitting cables. What I have on here is my whip, as you can see. This is the Lagom sweater. It is knit for pullover. It is knit by Samantha Guerin. And Samantha Guerin is also the designer of the Salty Air Tee. And the Salty Air Tee is one of my very favorite sweaters that I had knit in 2024. I'm going to grab my notes real quick here and tell you a little bit about this pullover. This pullover, the meaning of, it's spelled L-A-G-O-M. It's pronounced Lagom. And Lagom means, it's a Swedish word. It has the meaning of just the right amount, or not too much, not too little. And also you could say there is virtue in moderation. And the loose translation is moderation, just enough, ideal. It's a beautiful sweater. It has, I had to stop and think. I was going to say mock neck. It's not mock neck. It's called a funnel neck. And the funnel neck is supposed to be knit at 2 inches. And I knitted 1.25 inches. I wanted it to be a little shorter and not hit me quite so much here. So I did 1.25 inches. And it also has a modified saddle shoulder, if you can see here. And that is created by a make one left and a make one right on each side of 8 stitches here and here. And then you put these stitches on hold, and then you go ahead and you finish, you start with the front and then you do the back, because after you do the front, you do it down to here, see, right here. And then you do the back to the same length, and then you come together and work in the round. As you continue doing your chart here for, it's a loosely braided cable. And this cable is done as 6x6 cable, 6x6 left and 6x6 right, and done in a certain distance here of 9 rows. So you're continuing to do, now this is charted and it's also written out. So it makes it easy both ways. You can, it was very easy to follow. Now the beginning was a little bit different for me. There's no short rows in this at all. So I have a picture here of the completed sweater that Samantha had knit. And it's, yeah, this is the one I believe she is knit, or if she didn't knit it, it's her sample. It's beautiful. The yarn I'm using is called the Soft Tweed by Drops. And the soft tweed, the makeup of the yarn is, let me look at the label real quick here, 50% wool, 25% alpaca, and 25% viscose. Now, the viscose, it is a tweed. It's slightly tweeded. You can see little specks of color going throughout. It does have a little bit rougher look to it, but it's not bad. And y'all know I have an issue with some wools that I cannot wear near my neck. My neck is my sensitive spot, and it is with a lot of people. Now with this funnel neck, I didn't do it too high, so I could do a collared shirt easily with this with no trouble at all. So I've also talked in the past about the law of 3. 3 meaning it is appealing to the eye. 3 different elements in your sweater as you're looking for design details in a sweater to knit. And the 3 elements in this sweater would be your funnel neck, your loosely cabled, usually braided, cable down the front, and then also your modified, actually simplified saddle shoulder here. And then here it is on me here. You can see where I've gotten to. I'm trying not to get glare on my glasses here. You can see how far I have gotten. Now I have to go 11 inches down before I can start the hem. Now I'm kind of I'm trying to decide whether I'm going to do a split hem on this, make the back hem just a little bit longer and do a split hem and go ahead and carry on probably an I-cord edging on that. I'm throwing that around and maybe doing some 3/4 inch sleeves. I'm thinking about doing that too. But again, just to remind everyone, which I mentioned in my last podcast, my daughter had gotten me a gift card with Knit of Toronto for Christmas. And I ordered this on Boxing Day. And on Boxing Day, they had 20% off this yarn. And this yarn is 50 grams. And 50 grams, let me look real quick here. It says on the label here, 50 grams is 130 meters, which is 142 yards. So this is 50 grams. Now, each skein is $9.95. So that's how much they cost. And there was shipping too. So I ended up, I think it was $5.48 that I owed them past the gift card. And it got here quickly. It really did, because I just talked about it in my last podcast. Now, and I can double check and make sure how long it took to get it, but it didn't take long at all. So normally I don't start with a whip, but I put this on and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to start with this because I have it on my, you can see here, I have it on my Clover bamboo needles. And I always start with my Clover bamboo needles because they're 4 inches long. The interchangeable needles, the needles, they're 4 inches long. So I can easily do a neckline, a neckband when I cast on with that smaller circumference because my chalgoos are 5 inches long and I would not be able to knit because it would be too much distance with those longer needles. So, and then I started using my chalgoo needles through here. And I noticed with this yarn, and for some reason, on the stainless steel needles, it was taking it and just twisting back the stitches. I don't know how to explain it. They're on the needle, but they were like twisting back, and I was going to knit into the stitch. I mean, all I'm doing is knitting a knit stitch here, and then of course doing the cable here. And I was catching the stitch below and knitting through that every once in a while. I have to go back. And so I went back to my Clover bamboo needles, and they're working fine. I'm flying right along here. I've got to go down 11 inches, like I said, before I can do my ribbing. And I think I want to do the split hem. When you do a split hem, basically all you do is you just divide it in half between the front and the back here at the sides. And then you're going to go flat with your ribbing on the back and flat with it on the front. And basically that's all you do. And you can do a tubular cast off or whichever cast off, a loose cast off that your favorite, not cast off, bind off. Tubular bind off or your bind off of your choice. Okay, so that's what I'm working on. So let's see what I've completed. My finished object is a test knit. It was a test knit. The test knit is over. And this is the Distance Scarf by Olga Putano. And here it is. I talked about last podcast. I cannot show the whole scarf, but I can now. And it will be, by the time I get this uploaded onto YouTube, this will be available for purchase. Now, this is called the Distance Scarf. She actually has a pattern that is called the Long Distance Cardigan. And it has this feature, and it was the first thing that had this pattern, this exact pattern coming down the sleeves here. I'll put a picture here so you can take a look at that. So here it is, and let's take a look at how we can wear it. I'm going to wrap it around, putting the middle in the front, and then coming around. And I'm going to loop this. I'm going to do this by feel. Feel the front. There we go. This is the most beautiful scarf I have ever knit. Now, I have knit the Sophie scarf because the Sophie scarf really started this, all the rage of these small, tiny scarves. And it is a basic scarf. It's a lovely scarf to knit. It is easy to knit, the petite scarf. excuse me, petite knit Sophie scarf. Now the distance scarf is beautiful. It's all cable, y'all. It is cable. Cable? Cable. It's cabling. It is knit with a US 4 needle. It's fingering weight. And she also has the DK weight distance scarf pattern available. Now, I did misspeak before. I thought that they were all going to be together in the same pattern, but I think I might be wrong. I think they might be 2 different patterns, so I apologize for that. But I will make a note down right here because, like I said, it'll be available tomorrow and then I'll know for sure. So this is by, like I said, Olga Putano, and she is a Ukrainian knitwear designer who resides in the northeast part of the United States. She has books with her designs in them. She has an amazing amount of colorwork sweaters. If you're all interested in that, I would check out her Ravelry page and make some purchases. Make some purchases. And possibly purchase some of her patterns and give them a try. And it was a thrill to be a test knitter for her. Okay, so those are the 2 things I was going to talk about. And we're also going to talk about my next thing I'm going to put on my needles as soon as this is done. You know, I'm not one to cast on a pattern when I have one that's on the needles that still needs a lot of work done. I want to wait until this one's completed and then I'll start my next one. So, but I'm really getting excited about this. I can't wait to do it. One of the reasons is, okay, the pattern is awesome. I was watching the Knitting Place and Dina had the sweater on that I just love. So let me grab my notes here and I'll tell you all about it. And then I'm going to show you the yarn that I'm going to knit with. So here we go. It's a brand new designer to me. A brand new pattern for me, brand new yarn for me. So a lot of new in this new year of 2024 for me. And I'm sure there's a lot of new things y'all are looking to knit also. So this is called the Asterie. And the Asterie, it's a Greek, the word comes from Greek mythology, and this calls for a DK weight yarn. It's worked seamlessly from the top down. The short rows in the back are used to raise the back neckline. And there's a video, because this is mostly it's all garter stitch pretty much. There's a video that she has for the invisible garter increase. And this increase is hidden, increases are hidden in the floral motif. So she has a video for that on YouTube. So that's nice. It's always nice to have a video in a pattern that you can refer to because videos really do help me. And I think it helps a lot of us to have it in a written form and to also have it in an action in a video so you can see exactly how to do it. So I always appreciate that. Now the yarn that I'm going to use, I just got in the mail today. And I ordered it from Wool & Company. The reason I want to use this yarn is I went on to Ravelry and looked this pattern up. Like I said, I was watching the Knitting Place, so I immediately went on there, looked up Asterie, and I found a project that one of her test knitters had knit the sweater. And I'm looking at it and I thought, I love the color of this yarn. I love it on this knitter. I mean, it's beautiful. It fits her well. The yarn looks wonderful. She has nothing but nice things to say about the yarn, nice things to say, wonderful things to say about the pattern. So I thought I'm going to take her lead and I'm going to order some yarn. It's from Wool & Company. So let's take a look inside. Now I ordered 7 skeins, and these are 50-gram skeins. And this is Isager's Eco Baby. This is 68% baby alpaca and 32% organic wool. And that's 150 meters. And it says hand wash, cool, and lay flat to dry. This is the softest. Oh, it's also, not only that, This is a chain construction yarn. You can see there. I don't even have to hold it up like that. You can see it's chain construction. Oh, and real quick too, with Wool & Company, there is never a charge for shipping. If it is bought within the United States and being shipped within the United States, there's no charge for shipping ever, ever. And this particular yarn is spun with soft undyed baby alpaca and organic cotton, perfect for delicate skin. The natural heathered colorways are knit into baby blankets, clothes, and accessories. The chain construction helps the knits hold their shape, which I never knew that. I never knew a chain constructed yarn would help the garment hold its shape. I didn't know that. And also helps resist pilling. Well, it says it does resist pilling, but I'm just going to throw in there, it also helps resist pilling. That's fantastic. And Isager is located, Isager Yarns is located in a lovely seaside village. I can just imagine this in my mind. On the northern tip of Denmark, Isager has been designing timeless patterns and yarns since 1977. That's amazing. Now this yarn, it does say on the website on Wool & Company, it does say that this is a sport weight yarn. Now a sport weight yarn is a little finer than a DK weight yarn. Now, like I said, this tester had knit with this yarn, and I'm going to show you on my iPad real quick here. I'll show you the one that she had knit, and I won't show her face. This is the yarn that I'm going to be using. This is how it knits up. It's the exact color that she used. Now, the color is not on here, but in my notes here, I think it's a light gray. Let's take a look. Yes, and the number is E2S, light gray, heather, undyed. So I'm really looking forward to feeling this baby alpaca and organic cotton against my skin. It is actually made for babies. Of course, you can use it too for anything, any adult garment, accessory, anything like that. I'm really looking forward to that. I'm so excited about that. And I know y'all have some wonderful patterns that you're going to be knitting. And, I watch podcasts. The main reason I watch podcasts, let me tell you why I watch podcasts, knitting podcasts. The reason I watch them is to find new patterns. Absolutely. I can go on Ravelry and I can see the top 20 patterns. But I will say, watching these podcasts, I find so many more patterns out there. I mean, you can type in slip over, pull over, DK weight, pull over sport weight. You can do that on your own. But I always like to hear the opinion of other knitters too. The podcasters are usually always on the money with what's new and exciting out there and what everybody's knitting. And not only that, the Knitting Place is a yarn shop. I mean, she knows what people are knitting, and they know. Dina knows, what the latest thing is. She knows what the latest yarns are. She knows what everybody's wanting to knit. And it's not that I want to knit what everybody knits. I want to knit something that's stylish, something that's in style. And have you all noticed that I usually put a hashtag underneath my videos, and it says hashtag fashion over 50. And the reason I do that is because I'm knitting for me. I'm knitting for a woman of a certain age, my age. I want things to look nice on me. I want to look a little youthful at the same time, not too youthful. So I always look for the advice and the opinions of other knitters my age. I truly do. I think it's important for us to all stick together and to help each other out and help each other find what works for us, what works for me, hopefully will work for you too. So let's just kind of go over the things that's gone on in this video. We talked about the distance scarf, my finished object. We talked about what's on my needles, whip, which means work in progress. So let's go over the yarns we've talked about today. We've talked about the drop soft tweed, 50 gram skein. We've talked about the Isager baby, Isager Eco baby. And you know, that's something to think about too. Hey, what about this? If you have problems with some wools really itching you and giving you trouble and you know, you can't wear them, like I have that problem sometimes. How about searching for maybe some baby yarns to use in baby garments? Oh my gosh. That's not hard to do. I'll look them up and see. I think I'm going to start doing that. Yep. That'll save me some trouble down the road, won't it? Save me some money down the road, actually. But these are two of the yarns we've talked about today. I'm excited, and I really do enjoy working with this one in the sand, and this one in the light gray. I'm looking forward to working with. And of course, I thoroughly enjoy the Euphoria knits, the the fingering weight yarn. And anyway, all right, y'all, I'm going to let you go because I think this is probably the 4th time I have tried to get this recorded where I like it. So there's going to be a lot of editing in this, and I will. Okay, here's something I need to let y'all know too. I'm turning my head a lot this way because I have a problem with my neck. It really hurts me to go to a certain point here. So I'm turning my head to the right a little bit because it's more comfortable for me. I'm working on going to the chiropractor and getting this thing sorted out. I've had an MRI, I've had different things and not showing anything. Thank goodness. And I mean, really, thank goodness nothing's wrong. And we're just kind of trying to figure out what's going on with me right now. So I am looking to the right a little bit. But I'll tell you what, thank you all so much, which I think I said at the beginning. Welcome to my new viewers and welcome back to my returning viewers. Thank you so much for your comments, for liking my videos, and for subscribing. I'm almost to 10,000 subscribers. I'm almost to 10,000 subscribers, y'all. Oh, brother. You know what? It's time for me to let you go. It's going to be getting dark here soon. Right now, oh, it's 10 till 5. It's 10 till 5 p.m. on Eastern time, Florida time. So listen, go out there and knit the day. And thank y'all so much for watching. Have a great, great day. Today's Thursday. And the weekends, I think the weekend starts tomorrow, right? All right. I appreciate y'all so much. Go out there and knit the day. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.